Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wildcats offense onto the field first, and we'll see their opening script. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Cornhuskers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Anthony Calandria. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Quarterback may change this route. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, what a cut! Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking for room, it's Nelson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Line getting set on second down. Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll go right back to it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It falls incomplete, and will change into the field to get things started back up. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. From the shotgun, the inside give. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Turning it on! And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. Fires downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Lets it fly. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
That last completion was not exactly what they had in mind. Going backwards, they'll try to convert on third down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Wildcats sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. To throw, it's Childs. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Pulls and fired complete. Could not make his way to the corner. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Running inside. It's Ives.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Gets it to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Calandria. Complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Huskers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys bet...
Leap and grab for a big gain. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side now. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Huskers. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Childs. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 6 team, the Auburn Tigers.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Quarterback making checks. From the gun on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl run.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. Right on the money. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. inside the 45. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern!
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the...
There's some room. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's on. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. Hard-hitting tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Calandria. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
I send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The Huskers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, get it. In the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
The give on the option. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking downfield, it's Childs. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The give out of the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the field before games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't stay consistent at all. It might be the hair gel, weighing him down, but that back...
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Under fire. Did as he throws. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Caught behind the line. It's Nelson. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Here's a little room there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Going to the running game. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Timeout on the field. Northwestern has called it. That's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Ives. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Northwestern spends its final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow, try to get some penetration, try to make a big play on 1st and goal that can maybe back them up.
Back has it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They bring an extra DB onto the field as they try to stop this 4th quarter score. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have